Hi Scorpio, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your May 2020 Cartomancy reading. Cartomancy is the art of reading the regular playing cards. So, I do these mid-month, usually mid-month every month, the Cartomancy, and I do the tarot at the beginning of the month. So, what do we have for Scorpio? What do we have for Scorpio? Put your vibes in there, Scorpio. Scorpio. May 2020. May 14th, 2020 and on. All right, Scorpio, I got you in there. Sometimes I wonder when I see the bottom card if I'm going to see it in the layout, okay? And when I know it's time to cut, I'll tell you what card I saw, because a lot of times I'll see it in the layout, and it's just I don't know, it's something that always happens. Oh, there we go. There's a few. Oh, that's quite a few here. Well, I'm going to take it as an indication that it's cut, because that's like a lot to drop out. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's more like it. So the card I saw was the Three of Clubs. Okay, so let's see if that comes out. So I'm going to pull the camera down so you can just see what I do here. So I lay out 7 piles. And in each pile, I put 3 cards. And I lay them out face down and right side up. And then I look at the piles as I get to them. Look at the cards. I don't turn them over until I get to them around. And so I start here and make my way around to these cards. But here's the beginning, okay? I'm also going to take 3 cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle and a card from the Romance Angels this month. I don't do that very often. Let me fix the camera. There we go. Now we can kind of see, right? All right, let's see what we got here for you, Scorpio. All right. 10 of spades. I almost said swords. Queen of Hearts and the Ace of Hearts. So the Queen of Hearts is a blue-eyed woman. This is a blue-eyed woman. She usually has fairer skin, lighter skin as well. She's friendly, loving, compassionate, helpful, a very caring and nurturing person. But it seems like there's something that it seems like there's an impassable barrier here for this person in their communication. And this is affectionate communication. This is loving communication. There's some sort of barrier here. This could be you, Scorpio, or someone else, male or female, blue-eyed. There's a barrier here for them to speak lovingly here. And it seems like a barrier they can't pass. They can't find a way around it. All right. Oh, let's back up the train for a sec here. This card that fell out, the 3 of Spades, this is heartbreak. This is breakup. This is going your separate ways. It also represents an obstacle. So you got it twice, obstacle here. There is an obstacle in your way, either that you've made or that you feel like you can't get around. It's impossible to figure out a path around this, okay? What's coming in? This is what's coming in. And you have the 7 of Clubs, the 5 of Spades, and the Jack of Diamonds. You're worried about losing something here. You're worried about loss in this situation. And I think it could be from some sort of gossip you're hearing. you may get gossip back that of a loss, and it could create some sort of worry. Now, just because something is said doesn't mean it's true, and sometimes gossip and words can cause a lot of unnecessary drama. So just be careful, okay, Scorpio, of what people are saying. Don't take it all to heart, all right? Sometimes, too, this is a youngster around you. This person could be a child, like, and when I say child, I'm thinking about teenager kind of age. Anyway, and they could be um you know what I think? I think of wise beyond their years, and they could be suffering some sort of loss or not know how to deal with something, all right? Wise beyond their years, though, something like that. But anyhow, fives are either gains or losses. So it looks like there's a lot going on around you, Scorpio. Above you on your mind is the Seven of Hearts, the Five of Diamonds, and the Ten of Hearts. The Five of Diamonds is a gain card, right? And so this is some sort of financial gain or a gain in investment, something that you could have put a work into. I see this actually being around a relationship. You're trying to grow the love in your relationship. There could be a jealousy issue. There could be a jealousy issue, and you could be trying to grow. It seems to me some sort of stability. The more stability. Um, but there needs to be some sort of change, and it's about the jealousy. Okay. It's also your second 10 here. This 10 is much more positive. You're really wanting um, to you're wanting to achieve this. This is happiness, joy, contentment in relationship. But you're realizing that there's a need for change here because there's someone in the relationship that is very jealous. Also could be jealous of like it almost seems like this there's a lot of optimism here. There's you could be jealous, or someone could be jealous of your optimism, and it's just always optimistic. And so basically the message is saying is that they need to learn this from you, or you need to learn this from them about, because that's why we bring people closer to us. We're thinking, wow, they're so optimistic. I'd love to be more optimistic like that, more glass half full. And so we start learning about them. And so this is what needs to grow out of this, okay? Being optimistic about the future. And that's a good thing, because this is what's going on in your head. I think you're thinking you can solve this, you can figure this out. You're very optimistic. But also it could be someone jealous about um your your optimism, or you of them. But it's an opportunity to learn and grow. At work, in your career and achievements pile, you have the Seven of Spades, the Four of Diamonds, and the Eight of Diamonds. So this says tears. Now, I think they're tears of happiness, okay? You're delighted. I think that something happens that pretty much guarantees your security. This is business talk, this is money talk, and this is about your security. It could make you very happy or it could upset you, but this is talking about money and security and stability and it doesn't have to be at work. This is usually the achievement pile. It doesn't have to be at work, but it could start out difficult, hard to talk about, but it'll get easier. All right. Um, Now this is your achievement, or not your achievements, your exterior influences. So this is how others are seeing you or influencing you. And uh, so you have the 5 of clubs, the 3 of hearts, and the Jack of clubs. I noticed that the 3 of clubs hasn't come out yet, right? I said that it might. So this 5 of clubs is a gain card. This is gain in work. You're going to gain. I think you're happy about it. I'm kind of seeing working. I'm seeing you putting work into your love life is what I'm seeing. Um, you could be doing a lot of work on yourself as well right now, and through the help of a friend, there could be a friend helping out. Um, that is like I see people influencing you, trying to help you figure out what you're doing, what you're trying to work on. There's things that you're trying to work on in yourself that is reflecting all this. You're doing a lot of self work right now. Also, this kind of reflects that working at home kind of thing too. Um, I see somebody helping you at work though. Someone you're fond of, or they could be fond of you. I don't think it's a love thing, but I think there's some sort of fondness here. And they're trying to help you get somewhere here. I think they want to help keep you around to like secure your position or something. But I also see you, like I said, doing a lot of work on yourself, taking steps. Before you may have been just talking about it. Oh, I need to do this and I need to do that. But now you're actually putting in the time, the energy, the work into it. In your foundation, you have the 6 of hearts, the Queen of clubs, and the Queen of diamonds. Now, the foundation usually has already happened. This is kind of why everything else is happening, okay? And the Queen of clubs is a brown or hazel-eyed woman. It's in the eyes, eh? Brown eyes. She is friendly, resourceful, very action oriented, friendly, very friendly. The clubs represents like versatile, okay? And then the Queen of Diamonds, she's seen as the older woman. She's mature, probably over 45. She could have white hair, gray hair, or be kind of reddish, kind of have a reddish tinge to her hair. She has green eyes or gray eyes, this woman, but she's normally seen as the older woman. Um, it's like these two women because they're very different. I think they're totally two different women. And that this is like not like nostalgia, coming back around the past, taking steps in love, in relationship. um You know, part of me thinks like sometimes this is a nice trip too, going on a nice trip, which you haven't, obviously, in the recent past. But, this has kind of reminded me of some of the work that you're doing, that you're putting in over here is like this is maturing, right? This woman is mature and she's ready to accept the responsibilities she has. She's stepped into her role. Okay, so this is a wise woman. She's smart. She's usually someone to go and get good counsel from too, because she's very experienced, right, in life. And this woman is dynamic and friendly and kind of, this is usually seen as like a fire energy. And um, these two women are either a huge influence on you. You could be one of these women here too, a Scorpio. Or there's I get a reunion feeling from this somehow. I also get that this is partly you, you're growing emotionally, you're taking steps, you're trying to bring some of the past back to life, but also trying to grow at the same time into who you are now, what your roles and responsibilities are now. You're both, the person that needs the advice and the person that can give it. There's these two, I almost feel like two roles that you're um, trying to fulfill. And a lot around here I see you trying to work on your the emotional parts of yourself, okay? By what you have to get by, what you have to get through, because you got a couple of these where you have to get by something, you have to get through something, you know what I mean? Ha, three of clubs. Told you, I had a feeling. Anyway, this is your surprise pile over here. Four of clubs, three of clubs, nine of diamonds. So, the four of clubs is doubtful, turn apart about work. What should I do about work? But I think that you're going to lay foundation. Um, yeah, hard work and perseverance. There's some sort of, I get the feeling here that there could be some sort of job. You could be having to work a lot harder at jobs. There could be a pay raise. You could be get more money because there could be some other department. I get a feeling it's in the same place, a different department, but you have to work a lot harder. You can't just, sit back with your feet up and think, oh, I'll get that done later. You can't cruise the internet while you're at work. You can't slack off. You're busy from the time to get to work. I think you can make a lot more money. I think that you will like the work. You'll like it challenging. I think it could be very mentally stimulating for you, is what I'm getting, okay? And it might be that new part of your life that is opening up now. Like, because we go through stages, right? you know, when we're young, then we finally reach an adulthood and realize, okay, I want those responsibilities. I want a house and kids and a dog and all that. And then you get to a point in your life and it's like, how your kids have moved out. And it's like, what do I do with myself now? Like, and so you got to figure out what your focus is now. If it's not your children, if it's not building your house, if it's not, you got to have a focus for you, right? And I think that's what you're trying to find here. What it is you want to focus on. What you know, because when you're home with your families or you're in high school or whatever, you're driven, like you're focused on that. I got to get through high school. I got to get my diploma. I can't get anything else without that. And so that's your goal, right? And you spend years on that. And then for other people, they've spent 20 years raising their families, 25 years, and now they've gone all off, and it's like you're sitting there, what do I do now? I don't have anything to focus on. So it's big changes, and it's stepping into new roles, right? New roles. Think this reading is about that a lot. So let's get 3 cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Now, I don't know these cards very well. I really like them though, so I may have to look at the book, depending on what we get. Some of them are easy, you know, it's just simple dimple. But some of them are not as clear. So I think they're ready. I'm going to cut them. There we go. So what do we have? We have clean it up. So this is about going through your stuff, getting rid of stuff you don't use anymore. Oops, forgot to turn my phone off. Making everything fresh again. Like I said, going through your stuff and realizing what is useful in my life now. Like I've had this for 10 years. I haven't even looked at it in 10 years. Time to get rid of it. Time to repurpose it, give it away, whatever. So this is, and it's kind of like, to me, reminds me of cleaning up your act. You're thinking, okay, I've thought about this enough. I've thought about, geez, what do I do now? This has ended for me. And now I got to open something new. Where do I give my love, my focus, my attention? And there's, where am I going to go? There's a barrier there, but there is something there. You're going to clean up your act and you're ready to do something here. Oh, I love this one. Happy, happy. Happy, happy. And this is what you're doing up here. You're trying to find your happiness. You're trying to grow it. You're trying to change that in yourself. That's what you're on your mind. You're thinking about. You're really working on that. Oh, I like this one too. Observer. So this is about being a neutral observer from a distance. So not getting involved in drama, in anyone else's drama. Okay, just staying back here and not having input. You know what I mean? Staying out of it. Observing, be there for guidance if it's asked. But so it's, it's watching. Also, too, sometimes this says to me that somebody can be watching you from a distance. You could be being observed, but I think that this is about keeping your distance, staying out of drama, any of that sort of stuff, trying to keep your energy up, happy, you hold the key to your happiness. These eggs, it's about something birthing, something coming alive, and I think that you hold the key. You're starting to clean your act up. You think, okay, I've sat around moping about this for long enough, and now it's time to put it into gear. All right. So now I want to take one card from the Romance Angels. Oops. Let's see what's going on in your romantic life, Scorpio, for the month of May, like for the next 30 days. All my readings are around 30 days long. It may not take that long for everything to unfold, but that's about it. What do we got for Scorpio for love in May and June? What do we have for Scorpio? What do love tell me? What do they need to know about this situation? What do they need to know? You know, there's no males. It's all queens and jacks. So, a lot of female energy here. A lot of female energy. Looks like a blue-eyed woman, a green-eyed woman, and a brown-eyed woman. If that makes any sense to you. I think they're ready. Oh. Is there three? I'm going to take all three of them because they want to come. Okay, they want to come. The first one you got is trust. Trust. Now, the situation is calling for you to have faith. Now, look at this picture. I love this picture. So, here's the guy, and he's trying to convince her of his love and win her heart. And Cupid's ready there. He's about to take an arrow out and poke her with it. Here, I'll fix it for you, and she'll love you. And he's like, wait, I think I got it. I think I have won her. You hold off. I don't need you. I got it. So I really like that he believes that she loves him back truly. You know, this is trust and faith sometimes in something we can't see either, right? We can't see it. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So there's someone got y'all pitter-patter here you're thinking about. And sometimes, you know, this is romantic, but it also can be, it says stirred your romantic feelings, but sometimes I think about just being close to someone again and worth waiting for. Divine time is at work in your love life. So this is about having patience, right? Sometimes, too, it's about letting things unfold, not stepping in and manipulating the situation to get it to work your way or not your way, right? Being that neutral observer and just waiting it out, you know? Because sometimes we want to take it in our hands and just say, oh, I'm so impatient, I can't wait, and I'm just going to go tell them. And we take the power out of someone else's hands when we do that, you know. So this is worth waiting for. It's worth the time and the patience to let it unfold. Okay? Have trust. Have faith. Okay? So, Scorpio, this is really nice. A big thing in this reading for me is that, you know, realizing that these barriers are just barriers. We all have them when we come upon anything we try and do in life. And we figure out ways to get around them or figure out ways to cope with them. I'm going to have to cope with this, accept it, sort of thing. And so, I think that you've been really doing a lot of introspection, work on yourself, trying to tweak some of the things you're not really liking, and also stepping in to a new role in some way. Stepping into a new role. It's something you're not used to, I kind of feel, because I think you've been doing this other thing for a long time, and it's like it's hard to get used to. this new thing. You've been doing this other thing for a long time, and now it's time to do something new. It's also working on your loving communication again. And you got this a couple of months ago too, Scorpio, I remember. Loving communication. So there's some sort of barrier there that you could be working on. It could be something to do with jealousy. But you have a lot of sevens here, and sevens are the emotions going up and down and up and down, you know. So, just try and have a little trust and faith and let things unfold a little bit, okay? Anyway, if this resonates for you, I'd love to hear in the comments. I read all the comments and I really appreciate them all. If you like this reading, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you'd like to. Also, I need to learn how to make GIFs and emojis, animated ones, and I don't have a clue. If anyone has any suggestions of where I could go um, to do it, I would really appreciate it because I don't even think I've ever used one. So any help I can get, I'd like that. Thank you very much and have a good month. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.